Hello everyone, welcome to the Paper Flourish Lavinia Journal Challenge video. So this is our fourth challenge, and thank you so much everyone for participating in our challenge, whether it be watching the video, making your journal page, if you've been comfortable to sending them in to us, the photos of them, so we can pop it up on our Facebook post. And we love the work you've been sending in, the journal pages. They are just absolutely stunning. So thank you so much for taking part in these challenges. What about you? I'm loving working with the Lavinia stamps in the journal. So having a bigger area to work on, you can do so much more, more room than you would have in a card. So you can use more of your stamps. It's just fun. So if you haven't had a chance to yet, please join in our journal challenge. If you're comfortable to send those pages in, they come into the photo of your pages to enquiries@paperflourish.com.au. All of this information will also be in the description, in the comments for the video. And as I said, we are using the Lavinia sentiments or the word stamps as our inspiration. Please, you do not have to put the stamp on your page. It's entirely up to you. If you've got it, you want to use it, great, but don't feel you have to run out and buy the stamp. We just want you to use these as your inspiration. So I know you're all waiting and wondering what the stamp is I've chosen this time. We'll give you a couple of weeks to get your pages in. Again, I'll put the date in the comments for the video. We always give you a couple of weeks, and a Facebook post goes out a couple of days before the challenge ends, so that if you haven't had a chance to do it and you've got time, you can quickly get that page done. All right, this month, or this journal challenge number 4 is using the stamp. It is called Moon Glows Bright. The words, I'm going to read them out to you. The stars are shining, the moon glows bright, the fairies are waiting to dance through the night. So that is the challenge, our latest Lavinia challenge. So I just thought that was the most gorgeous words. I must admit, it's not a stamp that I've noticed a lot at Paper Flourish, and I was doing a stock take the other day of the stamps and came across this, and I thought that is absolutely stunning. So there's our inspiration. So I've been using the Stamperia ring binder journal, the mixed media journal, because you can actually take the page out to work on it and then pop it back in. The page I've decided to use this time is this one here. And it's got all these postmarks and addresses and things like that on it. So a little bit different. So I'm just going to get some scrap paper. So, of course, to me, there's a few things that stand out in this. Number one, the glowing moon. We need to have a glowing moon. Well, I do. And fairies. There are dancing fairy stamps. Would you believe it? I don't have a single one of them here. So I've had to think of some other fairies to pop on the page, and my aim is to get as many fairies on this page waiting to dance as possible. The first thing I'm going to do is pop a big moon onto the page. Now, I'm not sure if you watch the Lavinia Stamps YouTube channel videos. If you don't, definitely hop on there and watch. Tracy and the design team at Lavinia do amazing videos and give us some great ideas. Tracy put up a video the other day, and it was about making a sun, putting a big sun on your page or a moon. And I have been itching to give this a go because I thought it was just absolutely beautiful what she did. So I've decided to start with Tracy's moon as the center feature of my journal page. So if you have had a chance to watch the video, you'll sort of see where I'm coming from. If not, check out the method, check out the video. I said I'm doing the moon, but you can also see Tracy do the sun on the video. She's used the Elements ink pads to do this. She used the Mermaid, she used Graphite, yellow, one of the yellows. I can't remember if it was Sundance, but that's the one I'm using, and also the blue Lagoon. So we're going to start with the Mermaid. Now what I've got here is the largest circle from the acetate circle mask set. I'm just going to hold it in place. You could stick it down with removable tape, but I'm starting with the Mermaid Elements ink. I'm getting my largest size Lavinia stencil brush, And I'm going to take a fair bit of the ink off on the side, pop that in the centre of my page, and I'm going to do a nice big lot of blending just around, right around that moon, the circle. With the bigger brush, of course, I'm getting a bigger area of blending, which is what I want. I want a nice big glowing moon. Here we go. The next thing Tracy did was she got the blue Lagoon elements, and this time I'm going to go with the middle size stencil brush. Take a fair bit of the ink off again, and I'm just going to go in a little bit closer this time to the circle. And I want to get a nice blue, good depth of colour right around that circle. So I'm going to go over it a couple of times just to make sure I'm happy with the depth of colour. Just getting a little bit darker there. I just thought this was amazing what she did. Okay, so we've still got our green around, we've got our blue, and the next thing we're going to do is with the smaller stencil brush, little one here, and the Graphite Elements ink pad, quite a dark grey. Take a fair bit off, and this time with the smaller one I want to go right next to the circle mask. So like the inner layer of that, of the stenciling around the circle. Give that real sort of dark blended ring around the circle. So I thought we'll start with the moon, and then I'm going to add some stamping, a little bit more ink blending, and we're just going to go with the flow and see what happens. So now we've got that dark band happening. I'm just going to blend this a little bit here. All right, you ready for the big reveal? So let's take that away and look at it. Doesn't that look amazing? Go Tracy. Now she didn't stop there, so we're not going to either. So the next thing she did was she went back to the Mermaid colour and the big stencil brush, took heaps and heaps of ink off the brush and just came lightly in just inside the moon. See how now I've just brought that green just lightly inside. And then I really like the way she did this. Went back to the blue Lagoon. Again, heaps and heaps of ink off. And she more just focused bringing that in on one side. And it looked really cool. So you get that almost like the shadow across the moon. Shadow on the moon. There we go. And the last thing she did was we got some of the yellow, and this time I'm using the Sundance. Yellow stencil brush, there it is. You like me and you've ended up with pretty much a stencil brush for every colour. I have. I've got my blue one, my pink one, my yellow one, my purple one. And I'm just going to add some yellow. So this is Tracy's moon. Tracy from Lavinia, and thank you very much for the idea. Said I've been itching to try it, so I thought today was a good chance to do that on the Lavinia journal page. Isn't that a fantastic moon? So please, if you haven't had a chance to see those videos, check them out and give those great ideas a go, because I just think that's beautiful. Okay, now I definitely want to make sure I get this sentiment. I do want to put it on my page, and I would like to put it somewhere across the top, so I'm going to stamp that first. I'm going to get my, it'll fit on there, my long, thin acrylic plate. Here it is here. Now I'm going to do this in medieval blue. So I'm going to go in with a nice dark blue. And stamp that. Because if I don't stamp it now, I'll end up running out of room because I fill it up with everything else. So we're going to stamp that across the top. I might do it right above the moon. All right. I like these plates. You get so much control over your stamping. And let's take that away. There we are. We've got our sentiment on our page. The stars are shining. The moon glows bright. The fairies are waiting to dance through the night. So I think we need some fairies. Okay, so let's get our fairies into action here. So I've got lots and lots of different fairies. As I said, I didn't have the dancing one, but I did have Faith. She's a little bit dark there. I've used this stamp with archival ink and it's stained it a little bit, and she looks like she's got her tiptoes on something. So I've decided to use Drooping Dandelion for Faith to leap off and dance. So I'm going to pop that right down in the corner here, bottom corner of the card. So let's get a plate the Drooping Dandelion's going to fit onto. Now I'm going to also, I think I'm going to do a lot of my stamping in this medieval blue. It's really deep blue. Looks pretty good. So let's stamp this dandelion. Of course, in Lavinia world, dandelions can be whatever colour you want them to be. And there's the Drooping Dandelion down the bottom. So then we can pop Faith leaping off the Drooping Dandelion. Let's pop that to the side there. So let's bring in Faith, the fairy. Leap off that. Will she fit on that same plate? I think she will. I'm just going to pop her tiptoes on the top of that Drooping Dandelion. It's going to be rather beautiful because she's going to end up in the moon. I'm going to do her again, medieval blue. I think this is the colour for today. There we go. Tiptoes on the Drooping Dandelion. Here we go. And glowing in the moon. Ready? She stamped beautifully, which she has. So there's our Faith the fairy. Who's up next? As I said, I'm aiming to get as many fairies on this page as I can. They're waiting to have one big dance. I really love Bella. I think she should be nice. She's a little bit on the small side. That's the only trouble. But we might be able to get her on the page first, though. I think I'm going to bring... Now that's Aria, isn't it? Thinking maybe Quinn. We might pop Quinn down the bottom here, and we might be able to have a little fairy, her holding a fairy in a moment. So this is Quinn. I was thinking I might do all my stamping, and then we'll add some more colour with some ink blending after that. Okay, so here's Quinn. Let's pop her down the bottom. So much fun. I just love Lavinia. Thank goodness for Lavinia. Thank goodness for craft. Okay, so there's our Quinn. Right, so we'll find something for her to hold in just a moment. Now, if we brought Bella out over the top of her, how would that look? I think that looks okay, actually. I think that looks all right. I think it does. We've got lots of other fairies we're going to fly around the moon, but let's stamp Bella. Again with the medieval blue. That's the colour of the moment. So let's bring Bella out here. She's on her English Bluebell flower. We've got another, well, I've got the English Bluebell, so we might even add those to the page in a moment. There she is. 3 fairies so far. Are you counting? All right. Now I do have the small pixies. They might gate crash the party in just a moment. I've also got the fairy foragers, so I've got a lot of different fairies that I can use here. And of course we need to find something for Quinn to be holding on to. Here's the English Bluebell, so I'm thinking we might pop that, well, I might get in the middle of the, if we pop it right on the edge, It will look nice, but not get too much in the way of the drooping dandelion. So where's that long, thin plate? That'll be perfect for this one. Ink up the English Bluebell. Along the side there, so it's sort of, I'm stamping it partly on the page and partly off the page. There we go. Then it sort of matches up with the Bluebell over on this side as well. The Bella's on. Okay, how many more fairies? I did have Woodland Sprite, but I can't really put Woodland Sprite on because it'll look facing the same way. But I think we need to go with some of these smaller fairies now. So I need to find something. We do have as well, there's mentioned the stars are shining, the moon glows bright. So maybe I've got one of the mini stars out here somewhere. You could see the side of my table. There's a mountain of stamps sitting over here. So I couldn't make up my mind which ones to use. So the one I've got here is Stars 1 Mini. So I think we might get Quinn to hold on to some stars. Again, I'm just going to go with the same colour, and the stars might come back a little bit later on as well. We'll put those on a slight angle so she's holding on to those stars. That's quite pretty. Keep that close by because I might add some more stars shortly to the page. Okay, let's add some more fairies around. So we've got our pixies. Let's pop our small pixies. Let's stamp those on around the page. There's this cute little one. Oh, we might have to just pop that in the middle of the moon because it fell off the plate. That was clever, Julie. I didn't put that on properly. There we go. So one small pixie there, and that small pixie is reaching out for the other one. So let's pop that on. These are cute, these little ones. So they're having fun there in the moonlight. They're the small pixies. I'm just going to keep doing all the stamping, and then we're going to bring in some other colours of ink blending as well. And then I've got the fairy foragers, and that gives us 4 fairies to play with. Sounds good to me. All right, this little one's crouching down. Might be underneath the drooping dandelion, I think. There we go. And then we've got one with a lamp. I think that's a really cute one. I think the little one holding the lamp needs to be somewhere up near the sentiment to make it glow. So maybe we'll pop this little one just on the side here, or up here. Shining the light on the sentiment. Yeah, I can fit 2 more on. It's a cute little one too. They're all sweet. These are really nice little stamps. Fairy foragers I use a lot. Often you've just got that little bit of space to fill. And fairy's the perfect choice. So where's this little one? Oh, now I'm struggling. Where are you going to go? I think you might be right just above the stars. There we go. All waiting to have their dance in the moonlight. And then this is a good one because it's facing the other way. And where's this little sweetheart going to go? I think just showing right down on the other corner here of the words. There we are. Well, have we got enough fairies on the page? What do you think? Can't fit too many more, that's for sure. See, it's a good thing I put the words on first, or else they wouldn't fit at this point. Now, Next up, I want to do a little bit of foliage across the top. So the stamp that I found to do that with, I can find out where I've put it, is this one, and it's called Bramble. So I thought we might bring the Bramble in across the top. Quite a big stamp, so let's pop that on one of the larger size acrylic plates. Now this time let's bring in another colour. So I think we're going to bring in the dark green of Rainforest. And I just want to bring the Bramble in right across the top of the page here. There we go. Pretty stamp. A lot of detail in this one. It's pretty. A bit more across here. A bit shorter. Just above her. I'm looking forward to seeing your journal pages. As I said, there's a lot to work with here with this one. A lot of different things you can bring out of that inspiration, for inspiration. And I'm going to also bring this Bramble in, just off the side here, a bit down here. And we'll bring it in off the other side as well. Pretty stamp, isn't it? It helps it to all blend in a bit together. There we go. Well, it's kind of getting full, isn't it, this page? So I probably need to stop stamping, even though I'm having a lot of fun doing that. I probably need to stop stamping and start to bring a little bit more colour into the page. All right, so let's go back to the Elements ink pads. We want to bring a little bit more colour in around the pages here of the journal page. So I want to use different colours to the moon. I want the moon to keep standing out, but going with a similar colour range, I'm thinking I might bring a little bit of Bermuda in just around the side. It's a nice, really pretty, again, just like a really deep greeny blue colour. So let's bring a little bit of that in, just right around. Oh, actually, before I do that, let me think. Thinking, do I bring a little bit of the lime punch in just inside of it? I think I might. So let's go to the lime punch first. Might just start to bring that in around the moon. Just lightly. It's fairly strong colour, so I don't want to go too heavy here. Just so I've got a little bit more glow coming out from the moon. See how those VersaFine clear inks, they're allowing me to blend on top of them, no problem at all. They've dried. They dry really quickly. I've always liked the lime punch and the Bermuda together. I think they're really nice colours to work together. So there's our lime punch. I don't want to overdo the lime punch. Now we'll come in with the Bermuda. Fair bit off. It's quite a dark colour. Keep it fairly light, and I'm just going to blend that around the top area there of the page. Just lightly. Pretty. Just bring it down and catch the sides there. Doesn't matter if it goes over the lime punch a little bit, just all sort of blends in together that way. I'm not going too heavy, just keeping it nice and wispy. edges still showing through really nicely. Got our glowing moon in the middle. The Bermuda looks nice, doesn't it? So now it looks like a nighttime scene, doesn't it? Got that darker colour. Okay. So now we look like we're at night. Where's our shining stars? I think we need some shining stars. The next question is, where are they going to fit? Maybe I'll just pop some up amongst the foliage. I'm going to try it with this is the best white ink pad I've ever used. It's the Hero Arts Pigment ink, and it's the Unicorn. So I'm going to do some stars in the white in the top area here. So back to my small plate. I'm going to ink up in the white. Brilliant ink pad. And I'm just going to stamp some white stars, see how they turn out. Oh yeah, look, see that? So we'll get still got our stars that are shining. Let's add some up here in the sky. And this ink pad dries really, really well. So we'll have our stars up the top. Enjoying this white ink. It's nice. That's probably enough stars. There we go. Again, just wipes off your stamp nice and easy. It's a pigment ink. So now we've got our shining white stars up the top. We've got our glowing moon. We've got the fairies that are waiting to dance through the night. They're going to be tired, aren't they, if they're dancing all night? Okay, we've got our messy sheet. Let's turn that over. All right, what else can we add to our page? Probably going, no more, Julie, stop. We're going, well, it always needs that little bit extra, doesn't it? We always need something glittery and pretty. So we definitely need to add some glitter to our page. But I'm kind of liking it. I don't think I want to add any more stamps to it. I don't want to add any stenciling. I'm just happy with how it is. But we do need to add some sparkle and some glitter to our page. So I've grabbed, is it going to be the right colour? We're going to make it the right colour. This is Arabian Surprise. So we're going to add a little bit of glitter. So I've got my Quickie glue pen, Sakura Quickie glue pen is what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to pop just some little dots of glue on the dandelion, I think. Let's make the dandelion sparkle. Let's start from there. Just dotting the glue. Sprinkle it on. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. And we'll shake it out. I'm just going to bring it over the bin and give it a good tap on the back. So now we've got a nice, shimmery, pretty dandelion. There we go. Okay, tip that back into the jar. So the dandelion's looking rather pretty there. Where can we put some glitter next? We might add a little bit. Ooh, so much going on. Might add a little bit to the stars here. Bit there. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Tap, 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 tap. So now we've got pretty purple stars. That looks nice. And I feel like I need a little bit of glitter up the top there somewhere. Or the other thing I could do, it's all happening on this page, isn't it? I might want to put it up amongst the white stars. I think they look fine as they are. Maybe we'll just leave the purple glitter down the bottom. But I'm thinking, do we need a little bit of gilding flakes? how can I add some gilding flakes, because I do love the gilding flakes. Again, I'm just going to use the Quickie glue pen. Let's try just a little bit. I'm just going to add, I might just pop a few dots, maybe up here amongst the leaves and the sky, so it's sort of around. Let's see. I've just dot with this with the Quickie glue pen. I'm going to pick up one of the flakes here, and I'm just going to add a little bit. Just pick up where those little dots of glue are that I've just put down, if I can find them. They might have dried too quick for me, I think. Maybe I just need to do a little bit at a time. So let's do a couple of dots there, and let's rub there, that's better. Just to get a little bit of the metallic flakes happening through here. I thought it would look quite pretty. Some gold there. Here we go. I think I need to let it dry just a tiny bit and then go with the flakes. I'm getting a lovely collection of gilding flakes on my fingers here. All right, here we go. That's better. Now it's just going to add a little touch of metallic beauty just to the top here of my page. So fine. Look at the colours. See all the different colours in that? It's just so pretty. I could use a gilding glue. Some of the glue pens as well, if you put them on and just let them dry, they actually dry tacky. But I've found the Quickie glue pen seems to do a pretty good job as well. If I just want some tiny little bits, if I wanted larger areas of the gilding flakes, different, you could also use, say, double-sided tape. If I wanted to strip, maybe I wanted to strip across the top of these beautiful gilding flakes, I could do it that way as well. Pop it down, take it off, so you've got your sticky side facing up, and then that's pretty. And then you do it with the flakes, you end up with this beautiful shiny area. This is all I think I've just about got enough here. I don't want to overdo it. I just want a little touch of this prettiness to the page. It's one of those bluey ones again. It's all different colours in here. They're just so pretty. Oh, that turned out nice. Here we go. Okay, I've got a big fluffy brush over here that I'm just going to use to take the excess off, and then I'll try and lift this up so you can see what I've done. Can you see the shine? See when the light catches it there? The beautiful metallic gilding flakes. And that's just added that little touch to the top there amongst the stars. I think my page is just about done. I was going to add, somewhere I've got them, here they are. I was thinking of fitting in one of these lovely sentiment stickers. What could I put on? I reckon I might be able to fit magical in here, because I think this is quite a magical page. Having that many fairies around, there must be that many. There must be a bit of magic in the air, I think. We might just pop magical in here. There we go. And I think my page is done. So this is my journal challenge page. You do not have to do the same as me. Just take a little bit of excess glitter off there with my fluffy brush. But please use the sentiment as your inspiration. If you're comfortable too, please send your photo of your page in to us so we can pop them up on Facebook for everyone to enjoy. Thank you very much for watching. Have fun making your journal pages, and I look forward to, well, in a few weeks' time, I'll be back with our next journal challenge. Have a great day, everyone, whatever you're doing. I hope you've got some sun shining wherever you are. We've got a lovely sunny day here in Adelaide. It's absolutely beautiful. Enjoy, and I'll be back again soon with a lot more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.